what kind of video should I do? What kind of content should I do? And I say, you can do video on anything. And I normally follow it up with actual examples because saying anything is not all that helpful. But what I wanted to do today is do just that, give you those examples, give you ideas, because of all the agents in this company who use BombBomb, a lot of them use it very differently. If you were on our first session, we talked about the tracking feature, where you can actually see it on my screen right now, where I can track opens of my email through some special code they inject. Some people pay for BombBomb just to use that tracking feature because they love that you can follow up with clients more personally and make sure, kind of stay on track of on top of things. Some people have it set up where they reach out to new leads or new referrals with BombBomb, and some people have it where they just stay in touch with their sphere in a more kind of regular way. The beauty is that you can do any of those things. And so I want to go over, I got a whole list here of basically video ideas that you can use BombBomb for. And I've got some awesome examples provided to me from BombBomb for some of this stuff, which is going to be a lot of fun. Before we get into it too deep, I do want to send through the sign up link. Because remember, if you want to sign up for our Schmidt deal, which is essentially half off, there is a special link you want to use. So I'm going to put that in the chat here so you guys have that. That is how you can sign up for the Schmidt family of companies BombBomb deal. And again, feel free to share that with any of the agents in the company, people who couldn't make it to this class, people who you know in the company who are interested, because that link will get them that deal and put them under our main account. So, without further ado, guys, we're basically just going to jump into a bunch of examples, and if you have questions or ideas along the way, I'd love to answer those as we go. So again, write them in the chat, do the little hand raise thing, or maybe that's on GoToWebinar, I don't know. Just ask any questions you have along the way. So there's no, for the record, because this is how I roll, there's no rhyme or reason for the order of these ideas. I'm not doing these in order of importance. I'm just literally doing them in the order that I sort of wrote them down, or how it naturally goes. So I don't want you to think these are ranked in order of importance or anything. But the first one that I want to kind of discuss, and we'll kind of loop back around to this concept at the end. But the first thing I want to discuss is just straight up communicating with an agent, with a client, sort of in a one-on-one manner. This is sort of how BombBomb was first described to me as its main purpose from the BombBomb team, that you can use this tool to communicate to clients in a more clear, more direct, and again, in a different way than other agents across the country are doing. Keep in mind, guys, that Schmidt family of companies have 2,000 agents across Michigan, Ohio, and Florida, and Virgin Islands. Shout out to Virgin Islands. We have a roughly 100 people within those 2,000 signed up for BombBomb, and that's in a company that is using it and has a discount deal. Think about how many people are in your market using this tool right now. You could probably count them on your hand. And I always say this with BombBomb. I'm sure I said it in the first session. If I were an active agent, not just in referral, I would be using this as part of my business daily. BombBomb would be one of those tools that I pay for to increase my business, to increase referrals, and of course to increase responses to my emails. I would not be doing 4 trainings on this in like a week and a half or in 2 weeks if I did not think this was a powerful tool. So, like I said, the first thing that it was described to me for is just communicating with clients. One of the things that I love about video, and we will talk about just getting comfortable on video at the end like we did last time. But one of the things that I love about video is how it can communicate you more authentically. We all know how easy it is for things to get lost in translation when it comes to text. I always kind of joke, we had it when we were buying our home, where our listing agent, who was a good friend and someone we have nothing but respect for, and we had a good relationship with at this time and now, this home that we're in now was the third home we put an offer in on. On the second home, we really, really liked it. We put an offer above asking, and the text that we got said they picked another offer, sorry. Now, yes, it's to the point. We got the information across, but it could have been very easy to read that differently than it was meant. I could have read it as dismissive. I could have read it as cold, as unsympathetic, and the only reason why I knew it wasn't those things is because I knew that agent really well. But if you're working with a client for the first time, if you don't know what their personality is like, it's very easy for things to get lost in translation. So what video does is it allows you to share tough news or exciting news or anything like that. Basically share information in a way that can get your excitement across or get your sympathies across. So I want to show you a couple of examples here on both ends of that spectrum. And one thing I always want you guys to pay attention to, because I believe very firmly in this idea, and again, this is what we'll talk about at the very end, these videos are not perfect. The quality is a little diminished because they're older videos, so keep that in mind. But what I mean is they're not in a professional studio. They're not set up with lights and cameras and everything all shining on them, all the makeup on. They're not professional, but they're personable. So the first thing I want to share is a price update video. This is a video of an agent basically sharing with his clients that he thinks they need to reduce the price on this property. Now, I know that video doesn't always play well across Zoom, but we are going to try this, and hopefully it comes across okay. So let's take a look here.
Hey, Carol, Bruce Turman. I know, I don't know why I'm telling you who I am. You know who I am. Hey, I just came by to check on your dad's house, and I think it was yesterday, I sent you, and I'm sure you got it, the latest activity report, and you can see we're getting the common theme that we're getting.
Always does this when I watch this.
The common theme that we're getting is, one, people think the price is too high, and number two, this power line next to the house is of concern, up to the house is of concern. And I'm sure you guys were in building and real estate, so you know the only way to overcome that power line thing is going to be the price. And of course, people do feel the price is a little high as well. So if your father wants to meet, next week would be great for me. I would love to chat about things and see how we can get this property sold for you guys. We've been trying hard, but unfortunately, we got a couple obstacles there. Anyway, just let me know, and I look forward to hearing from you. Hope you guys are having a good day. Talk to you soon.
Okay, so some things that I really love about this video. One, I love the little bit at the beginning where he says his name and he goes, I don't know why I'm telling you who I am. You guys know who I am, right? Because again, that's kind of breaking the ice a little bit. It's kind of endearing him to you. And again, this is already in the part of a process where you know him already. They've been working together at this point. So it's not just an introduction, but it is a kind of a check-in. And he very clearly lays out what the issues are. The issues are the price is high, and the issues are the power line, and the only way to fix that is to bring the price down. So he communicates what the issues are. He communicates the steps he thinks that they need to take. And again, even at the end, he adds a little line about, we've been working really hard to get this done. We really want to get this property sold for you guys. So let's have that conversation. This is so much more, again, I guess just sympathetic than a text that says probably need to lower price or something like that. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I've been in this game long enough to know how our agents sometimes, or agents in general, sometimes talk to their clients. And it can be short, and it can be cold, and it can seem very blunt. When you're working with a buyer or seller, and of course you will always know your clients better than anybody else because they're your clients, but connecting with them on an emotional level is key. No seller ever wants to lower the price, right? No one's ever like, you know what, list it for less than I think it's worth. I don't care if I get more money or not. They want that price to be as high as they can, or as high as it can be. So when you are kind of on their side, when you're not making it you versus them, you're saying, I'm trying to get this sold for you guys, and this is the feedback we're getting, and unfortunately, I think the only thing we can do is talk about lowering the price. He's not telling them you need to lower the price. He's saying we've done all of this stuff, and this is why I think we should do this. So breaking tough news, whether it is a price reduction, whether it is, like I said, in our case, the loss of a listing, hey, your offer wasn't accepted, and, you guys put in a great offer, and I'm really sorry. Let's just do that. This is how I've been doing this, is I'm going to kind of fake hit record right here, and I'm going to show you my version of this. So I'm going to stop sharing so you're looking at me, and I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, boop. Hey John, hey Sarah, listen, just wanted to shoot you guys a quick little video and let you know that the property on 34th Street, they did go with another offer, and like we had talked about, it was very competitive. I think there were 12 or 13 offers they were considering, and you guys did put in a good offer, but someone I think ended up just kind of offering a bit more. So I know that property, you guys really liked that place. I know that you you really enjoyed, especially the basement, how it was already finished and a little bit less work to do. And I'm sorry that it's not going to work out, but there are a couple more listings that have come on the market in the past 24 hours. I'm going to send those links for you in a follow-up email, and if you guys want to see them, let me know. Again, I'm really sorry this one didn't work out, but let's keep on keeping on. Done. So, again, what that's doing is putting you on their side. You're saying, hey, we tried, and I know that you really wanted that, and I'm sorry that didn't work out. You are building a relationship with these people, and that is the key to longevity. And we've got a lot of points that we'll talk about as we go there. So I want to kind of switch gears to the other end of the spectrum now. I want to show you a fun sort of video, a fun update. That is, again, the same idea, but a little bit different in execution. So let me zoom out a little bit here, and I'll show you, again, same idea, a communication video to your clients, and just with a bit more exciting news.
Woohoo! Christina and Clint, congratulations. I love it. You're going to love your home. I know it's time to crack the bottle of champagne and get settled in. Thank you so much for trusting us and allowing us to be part of this process. Huge shout out to Henrietta. Awesome work. Tim, amazing job. Whitney, thank you for everybody's help. And Clint, Christina, we're here for you over the next year, 2, 3, whatever. However we can be of service to you. We're here for you. Congrats, you deserve it. You got a beautiful family, and now a beautiful house to match it. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
I really, really like this video. First of all, because I love starting a video with a woohoo. Like there's nothing like a woohoo at the beginning of a video. But again, this video accomplishes so many little things without really thinking about it. Again, this was about a 37-second video that this agent shot off. And one of the things he does, if you notice about halfway through, he thanks the rest of his team for the work that they've put in. So he's not just saying this is, I did this, or hey, we closed on your home. He's giving a shout out to everybody else on the team. A, giving them kudos for the work that they've done, but B, showing to the clients this was a team effort. We all worked for this for you. And then saying, we're here for you for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, however many years whenever you need anything, we're here for you. And one of the things I love, and you'll see this with the other videos as well, those two guys have different personalities. The first guy to me seems very much like a someone that you can really trust to get sort of get things done, to be honest with you, to be upfront with you, but also to be understanding and walk you through the process. Whereas that second gentleman we just watched, he seems like just a go-getter, just super energetic, super on your side, rah-rah cheerleader sort of a thing. And both of those are great. Everybody on here has a different personality type that they're going to bring to it. And again, one of the main goals of these videos is communicating who you are to your agent or to your clients. Whether it's the first time, whether it's the 5th time, but again, building a connection with those agents. So again, step number 1 is, like I said with these videos, is just connecting with people. Just sharing good news, sharing bad news, anything like that, in order to make them feel closer to you. Make you feel more trustworthy to them. So that's the first one I want to talk about, is just communicating one-on-one. And again, those are 2 examples, guys. Literally any sort of communication could make sense for that. The other thing I want to talk about, let's do intro. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. Let's do what I want to call like an intro video. So, no. You know what? We're not going to do that, because I'll tell you why in a little bit. We're going to do training videos. So, as a digital, someone a digital marketer, someone, who does a lot of training with their company, part of what I use BombBomb for is training purposes, is screen sharing. I've showed you guys this before, but I am able to, with BombBomb, and I'm going to go right into my Gmail integration, I am able to compose a new email, and down in this corner here, click my record button, and then I can actually, from here, and it might be a little meta because I'll have 3 different cameras going now, basically. I can click record screen, this little button right here. I can open that. And what this allows me to do as a trainer is walk someone through something. I've used this multiple times with agents where I say, they're like, I'm having trouble with social ad engine, I'm having trouble with BombBomb, I'm having trouble with whatever. I can use this screen recorder to walk somebody through a process. I can say, okay, so we want to make sure that when you go to BombBomb, you click on your profile up here, and you click edit profile, because the first thing you do is you want to make sure, etc. So I can walk you through the process of A, B, or C when it comes to working on any sort of tech project. But where that comes into handy for you as an agent is walking a client through paperwork, walking a client through some sort of documents that they've never been able to sign before, or home searches or anything like that. The two examples that I've always thought of is, like I said, the first one would be documents, and I kind of joke that I feel like it's not an age-based idea. It's something that you could be using for clients of any age. What I mean, I got someone trying to come in. What I mean is that you might have a client who is younger, first time walking through the home buying process, and they want you to show them how to sign the paperwork, right? It's more of like, they know how to use the e-signature part, but they don't know what they're signing. So you've got your buyer's exclusive, the buyer's contract or the selling contract up on screen, and you're scrolling through the document, showing them, okay, so you're going to sign here, and this is what that means. You're going to sign down here, and this is what that means. So that's the first way you could use it. And then on the other end, it might be someone who's older who has bought or sold homes before, but they've never done an electronic signature. They've only ever signed physical documents. So you could, again, use this to show them, here's how you sign something electronically. So the screen recording feature is great. The other thing you could do is you could walk them through a search. If they're like, I really just want to search condos in the area, and you're using your Moxie site, you can say, so here's what I'd recommend you guys doing. I'd recommend you, going to the area and searching for Traverse City, if that's where you're gonna, if that's where they're looking. And again, I'm breezing through this as an example. Then you say, so once you guys get here, you'll see we've got the Traverse City listings here. What I'd love for you to do is click on filters up here in the upper right corner, and then you'll see all these property types that are checked right now. If you're just interested in condos, just go ahead and deselect everything else here so that only condos are blue, and then just click apply down here. And now what you're going to see are all of the condos available. Now there is a luxury condo community that's on the market, which is why you'll see all of these listings here. But if you scroll past those, you'll start to see some more of the condos that you're looking at. And again, if you want to play with the price range, it's easy to do that as well, just by using this price tab. I'm going to say a maximum of, we had talked about maybe $700,000, so let's pop that in. And now what we're going to look at are condos under $700,000. So the screen recording feature, I'm going to X out of the screen recorder here, is a great way to walk clients through a process, to walk them through anything that they could need help with, anything that they're not really understanding. Again, you could do a little showcase of a social media campaign you had going for them. You can say, hey, just want to show you the ad that I just deployed, and I want to show you some of the results that I have for it, and something like that. So you can use it to walk through anything online. What I want to switch gears to a little bit, and again, guys, please, if you have questions, please write them in as we go. I want to answer your guys' questions as we go, if you have any. But what I want to switch gears to is everything that we've looked at so far has sort of been in terms of a one-to-one. I do a video for a client. I'm sending Vince a video. I'm sending Jeanette a video. I've got everybody calling me right now. Okay, sorry guys. So everyone started calling, back to back, because I think there's something happening. But we'll put a fire out when we have to put a fire out. So what I want to talk about is doing a more generic video, if you will. Doing a video that is not just for one particular person, but for a group of people, whether that is a newsletter that you send to a bunch of clients, whether that is a generic video that you have set up for a new lead or for a new client. But BombBomb, again, was introduced to me as a way to communicate with agents sort of one-on-one. But there are some awesome ways to communicate with them outside of just that one-on-one. So what I want to talk about first is just a normal intro video. something you could use for new leads, something you could use for new referrals, or just, the first time you're working with a client. Or it could be what's in your email signature. Again, you could use this for any number of things. But I'm going to record this video quick, and I want you guys to pay attention to the verbiage I use. So, let's just say that this one is for a new lead, okay? Someone that came in through my website. So, click record. 3, 2, 1. Hey there, this is JD. Thank you so much for reaching out through the website. I just got your info. I'm going to reach out through phone in a little bit, but I wanted to touch base this way real quick first and just ask, if there's anything else specific that you wanted to touch base on. I didn't know if there was more of a specific property, what your timeline is, anything like that. If there's any specific questions you want me to address when we chat in a little bit, I'd love to know. Otherwise, if there's nothing, I'll chat with you soon, and I'm looking forward to it. Have a great day. Click done. That's the end of your video. Now, that video is formatted in a way that it feels like I just recorded it for you, and I just sent it to you in this moment. But the way that it's worded does not have any sort of name in it, does not have any sort of time stamp in it. This video is what we call evergreen. Evergreen means that it will, there's no timeline for it. It's as useful today as it was last week, or it could be 6 months from now. So what a video like that does is it allows you to, every time you get a new lead, that's your first email that you send them. Maybe you have it set up in Moxie, where that's the first email that you send them. Maybe you just have it set up in your Gmail, where you have an email template that you get that in and you send that out. You get it in and then you send it out. So you can create a more generic email like that. Or it could just be an introduction video that's sort of formatted the same way, but it's like, hey guys, JD here. I just wanted to kind of give you a bit of an introduction as to who I am and why I feel like I can really, help you out as an agent. So I've been doing this for 4 years now, and I think I've been doing an okay job. I've really been enjoying it, to say the least. My background is film and marketing, and I think that has really given me a fun and fresh kind of twist on marketing real estate. I never say that I do a listing video. I say I do a film for your home, right? And it's one of the things that I love doing is shooting these films for properties. But other than that, me personally, I've got 2 dogs. I love soccer. It's one of my biggest passions. But also, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm a people person, and I love interacting with people. You guys get the point. But what I'm doing there is, again, I'm making a video that is a little bit more generic, a little bit more evergreen, that I can use again and again and again. Because one of the pushbacks I've received from people is, well, I don't want to have to do custom videos all of the time. And again, whenever I use excuses like that, they are legitimate things that people have said. I never make up anecdotes or fake excuses or anything. These are all real pushbacks that I've received. It's just important for me that you guys know I'm not just making stuff up. But I've heard that. It's like, well, I don't want to do custom videos all the time. And we'll get to the timing part of it in a little bit. But you don't have to. You can have videos like this that are more generic, that are more formulaic, if you will, that you can pop right in, because again, all of your videos save, and you can send those right over. Having several folks in response, I reached out to them to ensure they saw my message. Some did receive the email inbox. The non-responders found them in spam junk folders. Hey Vince, let's offline about that, because I don't know if there's necessarily anything you're doing wrong. If you're sending an email directly through your Gmail account, there's no, having the BombBomb embed is not anything different than sending a normal email. So Vince is saying that some users saw his email, some did not, some found it in their spam and junk folders. It could just be a filter that the users have on their response, but kind of like you're mentioning, and let me share my screen real quick. I have it embedded, like we were looking at earlier, right within my Gmail here. So if I go to compose, or if I click on send video here, it is directly in Gmail. I'm not even going to the other website. I'm recording a BombBomb video in Gmail. And if that's the way you're doing it, there is no difference in an email being received with or without a BombBomb video. I guess if that makes sense. We're not using a third party. You're not sending it through a different program. You're still sending it directly through Gmail. So it might be settings on their end. It might, there's always the chance that your email's been kind of hit before if you've sent out hundreds and hundreds of emails. But again, that's a pretty specific case. So if you have any more info or screenshots you can send to me, I'd love for you to show those, because otherwise there's it depends on the email you're using as well. If you're using one of our company emails, there might be something we can do. But well, you're Premier though. Yeah, that's offline about this, because I don't want to give you an incorrect answer. I want to do ample. So any screenshots or anything, any additional info you can send me would be very, very helpful. Thank you. Okay, so the other things that you can do that are a bit more generic than just an introductory video is a sort of newsletter video. So I have plenty of agents who want to do newsletters, and because it's still a powerful way to communicate if you have an interesting standout newsletter. If you just pay company and you don't put any effort into it, it's the same editorial, that's the kind of thing that starts to get deleted. That's the sort of thing that starts to get archived before they even read it. But if your newsletters are stand out and they're different and they're interesting, it can still be a great way to stay in front of people. And so, with video in general, and I just mentioned this with the custom videos, and we're going to talk about newsletters now. There's a balance that we all need to strike as agents, where we want to automate as much as we can, but we still want the effectiveness of things as much as we can. And like I said, for me, it's sort of a scale where the more you automate and the more you kind of use generic A, B, or C, the less unique and in some cases the less effective your stuff is. Whereas the more work and time you put into things, the more personal touch you put on things, the better the email, or the better it might connect, but the more time it's going to take. And it's easy for me right now to say, well, you got to do the work, you got to put it in, but at the end of the day, we're all busy people. And you are all small businesses trying to run a small business. But I do firmly believe that if you're to do a newsletter and put work into it, you will get more results from it. You'll get more views, you'll get more clicks. So one of the things I want to show you guys here, we talked about this in our first session, but if you go to emails here, right within BombBomb, there are a bunch of templates here that you can use. So there's two things I want to go over within these templates. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on new email up here, right across the top. I'm going to do new email. And it's going to allow me to do one of two things. It's going to allow me to do a bunch of things. One, I can sort of build a template from scratch here if I want to. I can go to layout, do media, text, I can do all of this stuff here. Or I can go to design and I can click change template. I can choose my own template. And remember, we have all of these great templates here that are branded for your DBAs. Or you can go to the categories over here on the right and choose one. And if I choose newsletter, they have some newsletter templates already designed for me. So the other thing you guys can do though is let's say you just do the Coldwell Banker Schmidt templates. You pick your DBA. Make sure you pick your correct DBA. Do Woodland Schmidt right now. And this is going to be my new template. Now maybe I want to use this, but I want to do a couple edits here. So for example, I want to remove this little line here because that's not doing anything for me. But then I want to add some text above here, and I want to have it say, I'm going to center it, and I'm going to have it say new listing alert, and I'm going to do the address, 123 Main Street. I'm going to take that text, I'm going to make it size 20 right here. I'm even going to give it a little bit of space like that. So now I've got a new listing email template that I just kind of created. And maybe underneath the video here, I have the marketing remarks. So I just do great, obviously great home, beautiful bathroom, new kitchen. You have the information there. So what I can do, remember, is I can take this area, click to add image or video, and I can record a video brand new. I can choose a video from my library, or I can upload a video from my computer. Again, if you've had you've had a video walkthrough film, you've done a video outside of BombBomb, you can import that into BombBomb and attach it to your email. So I'm uploading this video right now, and again, I'm uploading a video, so it's going to take a hot second. but I'm taking a professionally done video and I'm popping it right into my template here. So you can now, basically the point of what we're doing for point number 1 here is that you can use BombBomb for new listing and emails. And again, you have this movable, this animated GIF here where it's motion in it. And if your video starts with a great shot of the home, like a drone shot or a beautiful sunrise or sunset shot, you're going to have a great eye-catching email template. So new listings is a way you can do it, whether you upload the professional video you had done or through BombBomb you do a little walkthrough. Maybe you do a quick little 30-second teaser walkthrough, and then you say, click below to view the full video, or be on the lookout soon for the full video within the my email or coming on the MLS. So now I've got my video here, and I have my description. And if I want to, I can go up here and save as my own template. So now next time, all I have to do is go in, change the change the address, and change the marketing remarks. And guys, my point here, and I'll show you this with the newsletters in a second, this could be your newsletter. You don't need to pay a third-party company because this is the third-party company that you're paying. You're just getting this as an added bonus aspect of it. You can do new listing emails through here. You can do newsletters through here. So this is one example of something you can do. You can do a new listing-based email. Or, let's go back to the design up here, guys, in the upper left. Do change template. And I'm going to find those newsletter templates. And again, if you want one custom created for you, a template that you can save, get in touch with your marketing group. The designers will make graphics for you that will fit your newsletter template. So let's just say I want to use this one right here. And from here, what I'm going to do is, let me make sure everyone's muted. I feel like I'm hearing someone's, there we go. What I can do from here is change the text here. And I want, I don't like the orange here. I feel like this is how I can change it maybe. No, maybe not. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. This is why you'll want to have some of the designers do some stuff for you, because again, you might not want orange and then a light, like a teal, whatever color that is down there. I'm sure I'd get in trouble if I called that teal. But you could do May update. And sure, down here, honestly, I might say, hey, I don't even need 3 different things down here. I'm going to take this orange one out. I'm going to have 2 little sections down here, but the majority of my newsletter is going to be a BombBomb video. Or maybe you have a BombBomb video and 1 article or something like that. But you can use these templates to make a newsletter for you. Can a BombBomb video be incorporated into a Moxie newsletter? Why do too? It cannot right now, Valerie. I know that BombBomb and Moxie are in conversation about how they can integrate together. That's something above the Schmidt level because they're 2 big companies. I'm not saying you should do 2. I'm saying this is an option for you to do a newsletter if you want to do one more video based. Now the pro again of using the Moxie one is that you've got the neighborhood news part of it. You could link to that in a newsletter here if you wanted to. You could put a video in your Moxie newsletter, but again, I'm offering this as just another way that you can leverage newsletters without having to pay a different company like a lot of our agents are. Why I love these ones again is because the video is front and center in these newsletters. Again, it accomplishes something different. The Moxie newsletters are going to be more listing based and get people to stay engaged with your website, whereas this newsletter might be a great way to stay in touch with people and on a personal aspect. Because if what you see right here is me waving and that's what's in your inbox, you're connecting with me more. And one point I wanna give on that before we do this market update example, guys, is I have a lot of people who, when we talk about video, I've received this kind of pushback a lot, which is why, for example, I was talking about once how instead of just posting an article that says something like, top tile trends for 2020 or, here's 3 great new blah, blah, blah. I was saying go out and show people. The example I always use is we had an agent go to Lowe's and do a video where she said, I want to show you guys the 2 biggest tile trends that I've seen are going to be huge for 2019, and pulls them off the shelf and shows the tile and says, these are going to be the biggest trends. Which do you like more? So I was using that example and somebody said, why is somebody going to care what I have to say about tile trends? Why does someone care what I have to say about A, B, or C? And my kind of, again, sassy response to that is, well, why should anybody work with you at all then? If you don't think that your expertise is relevant in the area of real estate or home, why would I want to list with you? Why would I want you to market my home? Why, you have to have confidence, A, that you have the expertise to say these things and do these things, because you do. But B, you also need to realize that people want to work with you. People want your opinions on things because they trust you, because they like you, because you've built a relationship with them. So it should never be a concern of why does somebody care what I have to say about this? They care about what you have to say because you're the expert in that field. You are their agent. You are their realtor. So one of the things you can do with these newsletters is you can do these market updates. I've seen these newsletters. I get these newsletters from our agents that have, again, a graphic from their mortgage lender or a little paragraph about home sales, how, the average days on market, average price, selling price compared to listing price, all these things. But when I see a newsletter that, again, if I were to get a newsletter that didn't have this video here, was just this text and a couple photos, it seems generic, it doesn't seem refreshing or fresh at all, and it can be overwhelming. Whereas, if I do a video and it says right up here, it just says May Market Update, and I click right here and I record a little market update, this is getting my face in front of my clients again. So if they are thinking about buying or selling, or just had somebody think about that, they're going to be thinking of me. And B, puts my spin on it. So what I can do here is I can click record, and I can do a video. We'll try just doing one quick here, because I'll click record there. Camera's going to come up. And maybe, again, we've talked about props before. Maybe I have a little whiteboard here that says May Market Update. Again, I've told you before, when BombBomb reaches out, they actually have the little mini whiteboards that are about yay big. And the first email I ever got from them said on the whiteboard, "Hi JD," and I was like, "Holy crap!" So maybe you have May Market Update right here, and you just go 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, welcome to the September Market Update. I know that for you guys watching this training I said May, but it's September, so I'm going to do September. We are falling into autumn now. I'm sorry for the pun, that's just the way I roll. And I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on where things are. So, as we continue to sort of work through this sort of COVID environment, especially the past couple of months, home sales have really leveled out. Homes are going on the market. They are selling within, I think, about 7 days is the last thing I saw, is the average days on market in the Holland area. And on average, I just checked this morning, homes are selling for roughly, and again, this is just an average, about 7 to 8% over asking price. So while we did have a slowdown earlier this year, there's no denying that now is a really great time to be a seller. Inventory is still crazy low, so if you're a buyer, you are looking at everything that comes on the market, which means it is still a seller's game. So it's a great time to sell. There are also just great things going on in Holland right now. I wanted to share with you two of my favorite things. The farmers market is still Wednesdays and Saturdays like it's always been, but something about the fall farmers market to me is just so much more comforting than the summer one. I just love the pumpkin spice that comes out. I don't care if that's basic. I love the pumpkin spice, and I love a lot of the vegetables they're able to bring out in the fall season. So that's going on, and then on top of that, they are still trying to do some drive-in movies at the theater right outside of town on the south side at blah 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 movie theater, and they're doing some really cool, safe COVID-based drive-in movies. We saw Jurassic Park a couple weeks ago, and that was a blast. So just wanted to share with you guys what's going on in Holland and how the market is doing. As always, if you have any questions about real estate, reach out. If you have any questions about anything, reach out. That's what I'm here for. But have a great month of September, and I'll talk to you guys later. And I go boom, quick recording right there. And now, what you've got is a short, and maybe I'm just going to name it September Market Update. I'm going to click Save Video, and boom, that's going to go right in my newsletter. So now when someone sees this newsletter email come in and they click on it, they see me waving right away. That's the first thing they see. Don't worry, there would actually be motion here. That is not a great screenshot of me. There would be motion there, and they can click a video, and they don't have to read paragraph after paragraph. They get that information. And also, and this is a little bit of one of those subtle things that we don't always think about, but not only do they get the information, but they get it delivered by me. It's not just a newsletter that I send with a couple articles that they can read if they want. Excuse me. It is literally me sharing the information, and that helps them view me as the expert because I'm the one delivering the info. So I love doing videos like this. I think it's a really fun way. And also, again, it was 2 minutes. This is one of those things that we'll talk about towards the end here when we talk about holiday newsletters or holiday sort of based videos. I just wrote my entire newsletter in 5 minutes. I changed the headline to say September. Maybe I added a couple lines here that said fall is here. And maybe I put a little leaf emoji in there because I like some emojis. And I say down here, I go delete all that common stuff right there and just go, welcome to fall, everyone. September is one of my favorite months of the year. I wanted to share, and actually I'm just going to add right there, in parentheses, and not just because it's, and I know there's typos. It's going to bug me, but I'm going to leave it for the sake of it. It's my birthday month. So my favorite time of the year, not just because it's my birthday month, I wanted to share with you some updates on the housing market and my, my favorite things to do in the fall in Holland. Boom. I can take this entire section out right here, and just like that, I recorded one 2-minute video. I added one short paragraph, and I've just written my entire newsletter for the month of September. So you don't have to go through and pick the editorial. You don't have to rearrange all these things. You do one little video, and that's it. And maybe, if you really want to, if you want to go above and beyond, maybe you do couple this with your Moxie newsletters. You do. Oh, I wasn't sharing my screen that entire time, guys. Someone's got to tell me this stuff. I'm really bad at that sometimes. This is the newsletter. And again, the colors can be updated if you work with marketing to get a template made. But my newsletter is a video, a short paragraph, and then all of my info is going to feed over from this section right here when I send it out. Maybe you do pair this up where on the 1st of every month, you send out the neighborhood news to everybody. And then on the 15th, or vice versa, on the 15th, you do the video newsletter. So again, you're sending them the listing info, and then you're getting some FaceTime with them. And the reason why these newsletters are important, because I do still feel there's lots of value in newsletters, email newsletters in general. And I specifically think the Moxie and the BombBomb are great options because I've shared this story before, so I'm sorry if it's redundant, but 2 years ago, 2018, my parents ended up selling their home. And I actually think it was September, October, maybe. Jeanette probably knows better. But earlier that summer, we were at their house for a barbecue, and we were not even talking about real estate, or at least not intentionally talking about it, where my dad all of a sudden goes, oh yeah, our agent from a few years ago, because they had tried to sell in 2011. And they didn't sell. It was a bad time for the market. They had been under a couple of lowball offers, and they didn't sell. So my dad goes, "Oh, our agent from a few years ago is reaching out, and kind of had some home evaluation stuff, and was just curious if we wanted to sell again." Now, end of the story. Like I said, they did sell their home, not with a KW agent. They can't work with another agency when their son is the digital marketing person for the company. So they sold with one of our cold wall agents. But 7 years later, 7 years after, during the recession, that agent was still putting them on a drip campaign. And that's sort of the thing with these emails. You're not always going to get an instant response from them. But you're not always going to get a response at all from people. But you don't know how they're bringing that into their real life. Are they talking about it? Are they, sharing it with friends and family? Are they discussing it within their lives as a couple? You don't know. So there's a lot of value to me to just have something at the very least set up. But the more work you put into it like this, the more engaging these are going to be. Let's see. Oh, yeah, one of the other ones I wanted to showcase that's similar to the new lead or similar to the newsletter thing is a video that this agent has created for open houses. So every time he has an open house and people sign up, fill out on the form, and he gets their emails, this is the sort of email or the sort of video that he sends them. Or maybe he does them specific to per property, but it's still a video specific or generic to everybody who walked in the door. Now, I've said it before, it is not important to be perfect with your videos. And I think car videos are great because it shows you're always on the move, you're always on the go, and that's a really great message to put out there. That being said, this one is a little bit too casual because of the audio, and you'll see what I mean as we watch this.
Hey, it's Dan Nathanson with the Nathanson Brothers team over at Remax here. I wanted to take just a second to say thank you so much for stopping by our open house today. And if you think that this is the right place for you, let us know right away, and we will do everything in our power to make it your next home. If maybe for some reason it's not the right place, let us know that too, because we are really good. We're like the house whisperers at helping people find the right home.
Let it load for a second. Come on.
At helping people find the right home. So let us know, and we will do everything we can to find you the right place. Or if you need to make a move, if you need to sell your property in order to make a move, let us know that too, because we're really good at helping people get their property sold for top dollar in a great time frame that works for them. Regardless, thanks again for stopping by. It was a pleasure, and we hope to hear from you soon.
So, I love that video for a few reasons. One is because he decided, you know what, there's a train going by. Now is the best time to record a video. So obviously, like I said, be careful with your audio, because that is one of the biggest killers when it comes to video, is having poor audio. And you got trains going by, you got cars going by, you got people honking. That's the one thing I would redo, because that's a little bit annoying. But I love that again, it turns out that one was generic to any open house. He starts it by saying, thank you for coming by our open house earlier. If you have any questions, and then goes into the rest of it. He didn't say our open house at 123 Main Street. But again, when you're watching that video, it's going to seem like they just shot that video for you, which is really, really powerful. When you've gone through 3 or 4 open houses and you get the same little email from everybody, but this person sends you a video telling you, do you like this home? Awesome, let's talk about it. Do you want to look for a different home? Let's do that too. Do you need to sell your home? We're here for you. And then of course the little house whisperer joke, which I liked in there as well. So there's 2 more things I want to talk about in terms of topics, guys. We'll probably go a little over an hour on this. So last one I want to talk about that could also be is kind of in line with the newsletter is announcement videos. So what I mean by that is sort of an event thing. If your office is doing any events, whether they're virtual or in person, BombBomb's a great way to announce things like that. For example, Gus, can you come here for a sec, bud? Or Rooney, you want to come here? Yeah, Rooney, you can be my prop this time. Maybe I've got a little video. I go 3, 2, 1, record, and I go, hey guys, it's JD and Rooney here. Rooney's just waking up from a long nap and needs to get some stretches in. But I'm glad that Rooney's here because I wanted to tell you guys about our 4th annual Homes for Dogs project. So, you mind if I talk about that for a minute, bud? Is that okay? Let's just get down for a second. I gotta talk about Homes for Dogs because this is your home and your dog. So, we're doing something a little bit different for Homes for Dog this year. If you've seen our events in the past, back to nap time for Rooney. If you've seen our events in the past, we do these great in-person events where we're able to sponsor half of the adoption fees with Harbor Humane Society. Unfortunately, this year, both us and Harbor didn't feel comfortable doing something in person and having a booth out there. And we went through a lot of ideas, but what we settled on is that for that weekend, for October 10th and 11th, we are still going to sponsor the first 12 adoptions that go on through that weekend. We're going to sponsor over 50% of the fees that it'll take for you to adopt a dog. And if you're going to adopt a cat, the fee is waived. Take home a sassy little cat because they will be your new best friend. So October 10th and 11th, come on down to Harbor. It's the first 12 adoptions, guys. So be there as quick as you can and take home a forever friend who might need that. So thanks guys for your time. Hope to see you at Harbor or see you virtually at Harbor, and we'll talk soon. So again, it's a more generic, stop recording. It's a more generic video. It's not for any particular person, but it would go great in a newsletter or in an announcement. It's a video that, again, will connect with people in a more meaningful way, mainly because I put a dog in it. That's going to help no matter what. But also, again, I'm communicating information more clearly. And I shared the stat in the first session, so hopefully you guys remember me talking about this. But the stat says something along the lines of, I don't want to get... people who hear and watch a message in a video, if they hear you say what the message is and they watch you talk about it, they have responded that they're about 90% or maybe 92%, I forget specifically, likely to remember that message. Whatever that offer is, whatever that message is, but 90 to 92% likely to remember it if you say it in a video and they watch and hear it. That's compared to about 16% likely to remember that through text. 16% of people say that they remember a message when it's communicated to them through text, meaning through an article or a headline or anything like that. It is over 90% likely that they remember it when they hear or see it in a video. So again, from an objective standpoint of making sure people are hearing what you were trying to say, video is, like I said it a second ago, objectively better communication tool. So final thing that I want to talk about in terms of ideas for videos, and I say this for last because it's my favorite, it is basically holiday communications, holiday newsletters, if you will, home anniversaries, happy birthdays, anything like that. BombBomb is a great way to, again, personally connect with a person, to show them that you care, to take time out of your day to do a video for them. I want to share with you first my favorite video that BombBomb has ever used for their demos and for training purposes. This is a couple who they do a video for every client's birthday. They have a calendar, and again, I know that with a lot of our tech tools, whether it's CB Desk or Facebook or whatever, the messaging is always sort of, make it part of your daily routine. When you log in the morning and you go to your computer, go here and go here and go to CB Desk and see what's new. And there's a reason why people want you to do that, so it becomes routine. And so I share this advice knowing that we say that with a lot of things. But maybe you've got your calendar, or maybe in Moxie you've got that little task list where it says, hey, it's JD's birthday today, make sure you reach out to him. And what you do is you go to BombBomb and you record, or you go to Gmail, wherever you have it, and you just record a little video. So that's what this couple do. They record a video for all of their clients' birthdays, and I just want to share this great example. It's one of my favorite videos from BombBomb.
Happy birthday, Dan Marta. January birthday, baby.
Birthday balloons.
Me too. January's the best. Yeah, birthday balloons. Are you ready?
Ready.
Happy birthday to you. Start
again.
That was a clunker. Oh my gosh. All right, ready?
From the top.
From the top. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dan. Living in Como Park with
Abigail.
And
the cat.
who I don't know.
The Martas of Avon.
Ready?
Ready.
Happy birthday to you. Wow, we better tighten that up a little bit the next time we do that.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Hope that you are having an awesome day.
You get to share a birthday with my dad.
That's right. And my resolution for 2019 was to not use the word awesome quite so often. I'm failing miserably.
All right, I'm going to stop there because you guys get the point of it. I love that video. I think it is so endearing. I think it is so lovely and a little bit cheesy, but it's them, and that's what's fun. I love the phrase, that was a clunker. I have added that to my sort of vocabulary. One of my phrases I love to say, that was a clunker. But I think it's a really great example of, the second half of what they share in BombBomb's trainings when they show that video is they show the response that the clients sent after they got this video. And they said, oh my gosh, that is the best birthday wish I've ever received. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a blessed day, and thank you again. And it shows that you care. It shows that you are still thinking of them. And I've shared a story very many times, so I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll share the short version where basically an agent in a Facebook group shared a story of he's a Las Vegas area agent, helped clients close on a $6 million property, never reached out to them after closing. 12 months later, give or take, he sees that they have sold that home and bought another in that price range. And he reaches out to them to say congratulations on your new home. Just curious, is there any particular reason you didn't reach out to me? Is there anything I did wrong? I'd love to know so I can be a better agent in the future. And they said, oh, we forgot about you. We couldn't remember your name. We couldn't remember how to get in touch with you, so we just asked a friend for a referral. And we worked with this agent instead. An agent closed on a $6 million property and didn't have any sort of follow-up with that client. And 12 months later, we're not even talking 3, 4, 5 years later, we're talking a year later, lost out on around $12 million in volume because they couldn't remember who he was. So this is the complete opposite end of that spectrum. So here's the exercise that I want to talk about, guys. And I want to, because again, I've heard a lot of people tell me, it takes a long time, video takes too long, doing custom videos takes too long. First of all, yes, it takes time. Too long is is questionable. So here's what I would recommend. I want you to think of we're going to use Christmas or this season's greetings as the example. I want you to think of your top 10 or 15 most important clients, and you have that in a list. And I want you to go into Gmail, put a little Santa hat on, or have the Santa beard or something like that. And you're going to go for those first 10 or 15 clients. You're going to do this. You're going to take your timer. I'm going to say I'm going to do it for Becky because I see her picture right here. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, record. Merry Christmas, Becky. Happy holidays. I hope you are doing really well. I hope you're staying warm down in Florida. We, again, are having a bit of a warmer Christmas, which has been the past couple of years. So it kind of feels like we're in Florida, but I'm sure that's going to change very shortly. But I just wanted to say Merry Christmas. I hope you have some fun, safe times with your family this year. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time I get the chance to. Stop. Hi, Becky. 24 seconds. That custom video that I just made for Becky is 24 seconds. I pop that into Gmail. I put her email address in there. I put a little subject matter that says Merry Christmas from JD. I click send. I move on to my next one. 3, 2, 1. I go, Merry Christmas, Bernie. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family's doing well and the kids are staying warm inside right now. I just wanted to pop in and just kind of check on you guys. I know that you go all out on the Christmas trees every year. You are the founding father of the Christmas tree contest, and so I would love for you to send me a photo of your tree. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and I'll see you in 2021. Done. 25 seconds. So let's just round up. Let's double that. Let's say it takes a full minute to do a video for each one of those custom people. 15 minutes later, you've just sent out 15 custom videos to all of your closest clients. 15 minutes. And then at the end of that, for everybody else, you do a more generic video. You go 3, 2, 1. Happy holidays from JD here with the dogs. Taking a bit of a nap right now, but I just wanted to say happy holidays to you guys. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a great New Year's, however you celebrate. I hope you get to have a safe time. I will be here ready to kickstart 2021, just like all of you hopefully are. If I see you on the street, I'll give you a bit of a COVID Wi-Fi, as I like to call them, and I get made fun of for calling them, but I just hope you guys are doing well. I hope you have a great holiday season, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now. Boop. 30, 40 seconds. A more generic holiday video that I'm sending out to everybody else. So in a matter of, just to round up, 20 to 25 minutes, I have just done a very personable greeting to a mass audience and specific greetings to my closest contacts. All in the matter of 20 to 25 minutes. That will set you apart. How many other people, how many other agents or realtors or other businesses in general are going to record custom videos for their clients, are going to take time out of their day, and again, not 10 minutes each, 1 minute each, out of their day to do something custom and unique for that client. So that to me is one of my favorite things. That's what I'd be using it for all the time. For Christmas, for New Year's, for Valentine's Day maybe, for adopt-a-pet things, I would be doing these holiday-based videos because it is a great way to stay in front of your clients, to stay connected with them, and to get FaceTime with them. And again, the other point that I put on here, guys, is props. Because again, BombBomb and video in general is as much fun as you make it. It really, really is. And the thing I wanted to talk about at the very end here is just kind of getting comfortable with video. And this is a point that I say all of the time, whether it's BombBomb or listing videos or whatever, you're never going to get comfortable with it until you do it. It's going to be scary at first. I mean, 100% the first time you do a video, it's going to be intimidating, which is why you should practice with other agents in your office, people that you trust and are close to, family members, whether it is kids or spouses or brothers or sisters, whatever that is. Send a test video to someone. Send a test video to me and get comfortable with the product, because the more you do it, the better your videos are going to be. That couple that we just watched, that's not like that was their first video, right? They had taken time and done this consistently so that they know what they do when it comes time to shoot a video. So you're going to get to a point, the more you do it, where you have these fun ideas, where you think, I'm going to put the dog on my lap this time, or I'm going to get like I said, a Santa hat, or maybe a leprechaun hat for St. Patty's Day, or you're going to dress all in green for St. Patty's Day, right? Maybe you've got like a green suit or something like that. But the more you play with the tool, the more ideas you're going to have, and then on top of that, the better your content's going to become, and the more you're going to stand out. So I understand that it can be intimidating. I believe me, I do. But there's no special software out there that is going to put you in the video without you having to be in the video. I don't want you guys focused on perfection. I don't want you thinking, oh, I didn't say everything word for word there, I have to start over. That's part of the beauty of this, is that it is more casual. It can be as professional as you need it to be, but it can also be a relationship builder where it's not about reciting the script properly, it's about connecting with somebody. And sometimes those those uhs, those kind of trying to figure out what you're saying, those help you connect with those people. So if you do BombBomb, if you start doing video in general, I just want you to focus on doing it. It's sort of the Nike thing, right? Just do it. You're not going to get better at it unless you just do it. So that's kind of what I've got for you guys today. Like I said, I wanted to go over a bunch of ideas that you can do. But again, this is just a list of ideas. This is not a definitive list of the things you can do with BombBomb. But think about some of these things and try using them. Try doing, reaching out to a new lead for the first time. Try doing a holiday video for, Halloween next month, or for Thanksgiving or Christmas coming soon. It is one of those things where there are so many options that you might not even know where to start. Start with this list. Go over them. Remember, we're communicating to clients one-on-one. We're doing trainings or walking people through things with documents or with home searches. We're doing new listing videos. We're doing market updates. We're doing videos for our open house clients or for new leads or for referrals. Again, hey guys, JD here. Mark sent me your information. I heard you guys might be interested in buying or selling a home. I just wanted to introduce myself, let you put a face to the name, and just reach out if you want to schedule a call or if you want to meet up somewhere. I'd love to just sort of get to know what your needs are, what your timeline is, and really how I can be of service to you. So looking forward to talking. Have a good day. So again, new leads, referrals, anything like that. But again, like I said at the end, events and holidays. Holidays is just such a fun way to stay in touch with people.